Sounds on, looks good. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Check my sound, looks good. There we go, we are live. Welcome to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. I am your host, Roxanne, here at Odyssey of Ascension. And let me make sure my phone is off. Yep, it says we're live on YouTube. How is everyone? How's your weekend going? It's almost to an end. If your life plays the weekend games, not everyone's lives are like that. Before the weekend was everything, but now that our species has evolved, we have different hours and different times and different ideas of work, and not necessarily a weekend. It's Friday and Saturday anymore. Hello, Nate. What's going on, darling? I missed you. I'm glad you're back. Are you back? I think you're back. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm back. If you're in, say hello in the chat. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see here. Looking forward to our chat. So am I. Oh, I have this funky new tea. It's like citrus and orange and a couple other things mixed in. So it's like they're all fighting for their taste on your palate. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. Okay, I wanted to talk tonight. We can get going here. About, I called it the enabler. And if you've been watching my channel and you've done the kind of work that I do here, hey, Devin, welcome, darling. Good to see you. Mwah. Then you know what you perpetuate. All you have to do, it's real simple. Look at your life. Look how you feel every day. Look at the relationship you're having with the world every day. If you don't like it, you're enabling it to continue if you continue the same behavior. So let's say, I've talked about this before, but remember the person that always attracts the same kind of boyfriend or the same kind of girlfriend or the same kind of lover. And they just say, why do I keep attracting these people? Well, because you're enabling them. You got to look at your stance of life. If you're a victim, if you're less than, if you're put on this planet to serve, that's your structure. To go forward and serve humanity, serve your man, do that. That's what you're vibrating. And whatever that vibration is going to attract the versions of reality that allow you to experience to serve. And I don't know if you've noticed, but narcissistic people love people that serve because they play the game of victim and assailant at the same time. And you've got to look at, why is this world like this? Why is my world like this? Why am I this? Why am I that? Why do I keep having these things happen? Well, humanity likes the great way. Right now, in the age of reason, a disaster itself, when we moved into this age of reason, that age of reason starts to assign cause and effect to external objects, things outside of you. And then you give it a reason. And then you go tell your friend the reason why this happened because of that. And then your friend says, wow, that's wrong. You're right. It is wrong. We should get them. Yeah, let's enable that reality of polarity. Let's enable that. Let's continue it. Oh, look, a hungry lion. It's standing between me and freedom. I think I'll feed it. Hey, Smitty, happy Sunday. Hey, Kimmy. I think I'll feed the hungry lion. I think I'll perpetuate my reality. Look, this is the humility. You got to look at yourself. You got to look at the vibrational things, okay? And easy enough is to always look at the negativity that's happened. No one wants to get rid of positivity because we get so little of positive in this world. Very, very little positive ideas that the ego deems as positive. And that's a structure in itself. But I'll get to to that in a minute. What I want to get to, is the negativity. Real easy to see. Why am I perpetuating this? So if you're God and you're looking at God, and that God isn't doing what this God likes or doesn't like. So you have a resistance, a vibration, which puts out a vibration of, I want to experience this more because I'm resisting it. See, reality doesn't listen to your hopes, wants, and dreams and desires. No, it only speaks, again, one language, and that language is called vibration. So if you're putting out lack, resistance, opposition against what you create as a reflection, which births from within the kingdom and is reflected upon the mirror, then you have to look at my vibration and not assign it as a child would, the blame game, so it doesn't get in trouble with the big boss. It doesn't feel guilty for its mistakes. It hides the truth behind a wall of lies. These are things that create realities, masters. You were born. I was born. All of us here that chose the human journey were born not knowing we're God. Our initial vibration was that of I'm not God, vibrating lack. I'm not worthy. I'm not God. I'm not anything. I don't know anything. I know. I'm not. But you are. So what you have to do, if you want to stop enabling your reality to perpetuate as it does, is make some enormous, painful, gut-wrenching, toxic-freeing choices. These choices are going to destroy realities. They are going to be painful. There will be resistance. There will be change. There will be upheaval. There will be tears. There will be guilt. There will be every spanning idea of human emotion that you get to open yourself up to and live it with the grit and glory of an ascender. That's what you get to do. But wonderfully, if you choose this, ecstatically, if you have the courage to take this path, you get to feel beyond polarity, a state of being that doesn't need to be maintained by the human. A state of being is maintained by the human as polarity is its nature. So that is why your reality perpetuates. Don't you understand? If you're trying to make things positive, but you're coming from an approach of lack, of negativity, of less than, of need to be better, need to be more, that vibrational core self is I am not enough. I am not worthy. I need to earn it. I need to do good deeds. I need to please others. I need to serve others in order to receive the gracious idea of freedom and peace that lies in an idea of a higher authority. I call bullshit, because I know there's a state of being beyond polarity. I do not seek happiness. I do not seek positivity. I do not try to raise my vibration. I am falling in love with me every day, learning who I am, making the excruciating sometimes, exquisite at other times, choices to feel and explore the unknown part that's just birth, because I made a choice to turn away and no longer enable the reality of perpetuation that I know better. And I chose the lesser of two evils many times. The greater evil is the pain of change. Oh, yes, master. Look at that. Fuck that. I don't want to go over there because I don't know what's there. I might lose this. I might lose that. Hello, Theo. I might. But I know what this pain is. I know what this reality is. I'm good at it and I can manage it. I can maintain it. So I'm going to choose that. If you want to know your mastery, and it doesn't matter if you do or don't, no one's judging you. That's the monkey in your head. No one's going to go, oh, you could have done better on Earth. I think we'll send you back. Poof. Not going to happen. It's you and you alone in your own universe forever, masters. So, if you choose to go into the greater evil, the scary, scary road, you will feel, upon choice of a new self, a birthing change, a collapse of a reality of old, birthing in a new reality, no longer enable, and now energizing the unknown you. You will feel, I promise, a vibrational resonance that's beyond any amount of victory that the idea of positivity can ever hope to attain. And what's wonderful about this, the fucking greatest thing about it, is you don't have to keep doing it. Holy shit. Don't tell me. For 1995, I can be permanently happy. Yes. And if you act now, it can be eternal growth as happiness, not maintain growth as happiness, as hope, as a future. No, what you can do is gain a state of being called unconditional love. But you, the enablers of reality, that get up and still have the pain and anxiety and the circulating tornado in your mind, you have an awareness. You have an observer. You are awake. You have choice. Choice. You have choice. And if you make a choice of change, it's going to be exquisite, wonderful, exciting, scary, painful. Because I'm not enabling the pain that I'm so used to. I get the change. People don't like it. Oh, why do you do this? You should be this way. You should be that way. Oh, you want me to be what you want me to be so you can control me and have me as an enabler to you. No. I can change for myself and have a Coke and a smile, and you'll be fine in your own eternal kingdom. I don't need to worry about what you and how you interpret me any longer, because I am not seated on the table of judgment any longer, because my existence is worth it in and of itself. Have that in your mind, masters, and no longer choose to enable your reality as perpetuating. What you put out is what you get back. What you sow is what you reap. Everyone in this world does good things. For Christ's sakes, YouTube is covered. It has covered all the bad things. You can't have a symbol of a Coke or a symbol of a beer or a glass of wine or someone falling down. You got to have everything covered up in the idea of the world is perfect. It's all peaches and cream. It's a wonderful world. But it's bullshit. What are you masking? What are we masking here? Why are we afraid of each other? Why are we afraid of the world? Hey, Julia. Eric says, my impatience is usually the culprit. Why I'm upset with people or my position in the momentary context. Yes, good. And if you recognize that, Eric, then you can change. And you know that as well as I do. You got to see that. You got to see what you do to yourselves every day. Do you want to be a different person? Or do you want to continue your life? Humanity is a unified being. We are a one with versions of ourselves showing change, showing reality of change. But our divided minds divides me against my brother. If my mind is divided against these, against that, then I am an enabler. I, in my kingdom, will still see that world as such, and the world will remain as such. Not that world, my world. The only world you've ever lived in is your world. You've never lived in anybody else's. It's so wonderful when you realize you're talking to your ego, and your ego is giving you thoughts and this, and then you debate with yourself, and I don't know, what should I do? I don't know, what should I do? Now we got this, and you have two parts in your mind, and there's only one person in there, and it's I am. It's I am. I am. I am. God, you gotta understand that. You gotta understand I am. Not only I am, but I am. Work on these things. Work on noticing the enabler that you do. Work what you do to yourself. Reality is not a bad place. Reality is an unconditional. You're the vibration that enables the reality of the continuation. The reality of humanity ascending, the earth that we're on, is still going to represent an idea of division. It's doing that right now. So all as a collective may learn the divided ideas and may start to see the reality that they do not prefer. And if they start choosing the internal, not the divided, if they keep sides, then there's no winning and there's no losing, there's perpetuating. Duh! What you got to see is it represents, am I looking at the world this way? Yes. Can I change my view of the world? Yes. Can I see reality as unified if I conquer, destroy, deconstruct the divided mind? And the answer is yes. And you achieve a state of being, of unconditional. Your vibration invites the version of that unconditional authenticity of love for you, of you, by you, for you, always you. The resonance always is in perfect harmony. You are the slipstream of reality, and there is no fear of resistance ever, as the nature of reality is such. Save humanity in the divided mind. You're the one who keeps it, nurtures it, sprinkles it with fertilizer, waters it, gives it sun, energy to grow. Your reality perpetuates because of you. If your emotions are too stout and you're too afraid to understand, too afraid to know what's going to happen if you stop your current self, then that's okay, masters. You're not here to ascend. You're here to experience. There's no purpose to this earth. That's a human looking for an image, an identity, a badge of honor, a heroic act. You're here to experience the beauty of your own life as a not God and live it to the end with its fullness. But I dare say, to change the journey, to experience a better full journey as a human, then begin choosing the self. I have absolutely nothing in my reality. I'm bored. Julie, you're full of shit. Sorry to say, you have everything in your reality. You have gravity. You have sunlight. You have trees. You have, wait a minute. Yeah, you have a shitty, polarized look of reality because you're lacking what your ego desires. You've been watching my channel for years and you haven't noticed that the shit in your head that you're listening to is why the reality retains itself. I told you in the email to stop fighting, and here you are fighting. Right there. I have absolutely nothing in reality on board. That's your fucking ego. That's what you perpetuate. Accept your ego and look for nothing. Expect nothing. Live in the serenity of freedom from any expectations, any hope, any need to be a better person than you already are. Stop trying so damn hard to change and just accept yourself and start following your inside job instead of the ego telling you what to do. Let's bitch, let's cry, let's scream, let's bitch some more, let's cry some more, let's scream some more, let's get angry, let's do this, let's do that. How about no, not today? Today, I'm not going to give a fuck. Today, I'm just going to relax and be me. Try that. Okay? Don't perpetuate. If you're aware of that, you're sitting in front of me, you don't have any excuses except you saying yes to your fucking ego again. That's on you, sister. So you can see the enabler. It's very recognizable. We're one collective. We're one and all. The only reason why we have, again, this perception of opposition is because we were born divided. We created a perspective of I am not God. And we had no other reality to measure against, to compare, or represent it. So it became our personalities. And we took it and ran with it to experience being not God. And many of us have been here hundreds of thousands of times, getting the full life of this. We've been rich, we've been poor, we've been in the murder, we've been the great, the savior, we've been all of these things. We're not identified, we're experience. This one, the one you are now on the ascending earth, has opportunity to not fix the collective, to not focus on the worry and what's happening with the bad people of the world, that they're bad on this side, but over here they're good on this side. And then you're divided again. You focus on making your kingdom your own. You focus on realizing I am a God, and my ego that tells me all the diarrhea of negativity and the diarrhea of judgment and the diarrhea of diarrhea, I'm not going to listen to it anymore because I am my own being and I can make new choices. If you can do that for yourself, then you can maybe start to see it's not about when, how, what, why, and who. It's not about reason. It's about self-discovery. It's about becoming a light bearer, and it's starting to represent that authenticity in whatever beautiful form you represent it in, because it's not what they define you as. It's what you feel, what you put out as a vibrational. And if you put out the God, this raw, untethered rawness of authentic God, then you will reap the light of change. And people will have opportunity. It's not represented. Oh, Democrat. Oh, Republican. You want to keep representing division? Fine. Live in your fucking cesspool. Live in it. Because you are enabling it. What you put out is what you get back. It's the law. So who do you have to blame? Wondering if you want to keep it though. Or do you want to learn to become a God? That a reason you can have yourself to be here is I came here to discover I'm a God, to ascend a human separation, to become an ascended master. If you want that as a motivation, go ahead. Nay, we're 50. We're 50. Nay, I love you, darling. Super chat with Billy. Look at that. Giving me a love breaking my break. He just threw it right into the monkey wrench. I was going. Yeah. Oh, I love you. But to be a light bearer and represent the authenticity of something more than what's represented in division. You want to understand a society on how it can be where the government and the people are unified and work as one, where the government actually works for the people. You want to do that? Okay. Get your ass on an airplane and go to Japan and book yourself 2 weeks in Japan. Not no fucking weekend, 2 solid weeks, and just walk around And watch how that entire collective, they figured it out. They weren't selfish. They might have been divided, we're best, and they may have been arrogant, but they showed something, that the idea of the human is worth the investment, not the idea of product, representation of salesmanship, business, structure, government, control. That's it. It's not wrong. That's a way of life. I found a different way of life, and it lies right in here. Hello, Gabriel. I love you too, darling. Monique, hi, baby. Love you too. It's not what it's about, but if you want to feel the vibration, go to Japan. Where they love, where they understand. Go to Finland. Go to somewhere where it's unified, not divided. So you can see the representation of the possibility of how you can live within your kingdom every day, right here in the middle of the chaotic, wherever you live. But if it's chaos around you, you can't see it anymore because you won't interpret it that way. Because there will be reaction. There will be no reaction inside of your kingdom. You won't react and go, oh my God, that's bad. Oh my God, this is horrible. You won't have a reaction. But you'll be understood what you are in the moment. When I was at the grocery store today, I go every day to H-E-B because I live on the third floor and there's no way I'm shopping big and going up and down the stairs. So we pretty much go every day. And there was a guy coming out of H-E-B and he was probably in his, well into his 80s. And he's walking, really taking these little tiny steps, and we pass him coming out and we've got a good parking spot. The parking angel gave us a nice spot up front. And then he starts wandering around the line, So how did I interpret that? I was like, this guy needs help. Well, isn't that a divided? Isn't he less than? Isn't he doesn't need help? See, that's what the ego would say. See, but the heart says something else. The heart says, go and see if he's okay. So I did. I said, hey, are you okay? You need help finding your car? Because he's looking all around. He goes, yeah, my wife is around here somewhere. I think I see her. I was like, okay, well, let me just keep my eye on you while you find your wife in the car. And he found her. He was there. The moment will tell you. You'll be the God that represents. You don't be a hero. You don't do it out of a purpose or a structure. You don't go into any kind of moment with a reason. You go in as what I am, slipstream. I live the moment. I flow. It took me years to understand it. It took me dedicated work of transcending, of losing friends, changing realities, becoming a new self, feeling guilty and embarrassed about a self that I produced. Because my ego was still judging. Why would you ever do something like that? Well, I had to, because if I didn't, I don't see myself in evolution. I must become myself in the moment. I must not hesitate, procrastinate, and worry about what's the best decision. I am going to go and find out. And I did. I recommend it. I recommend it. I do. Oh, Gabriel with 20. Thank you, Gabriel. Let me give you a little thumbs up there. Thank you, baby. Look at that. We're doing great today with the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for the support. You always know I love that. But listen, guys. Yes. Knowing you are God. Make some changes, small ones. You don't have to eat the whole elephant in one meal. Take one little bite. One thing that if you did this, enables a reality of continuation. Take a chance on yourself and shift and make a different choice. You'll know what the choice is. The choice could be simply just not making the choice to do something. Saying, no, I'm not going to do that today. It might be saying no to someone. It might be saying yes to something that you wanted to do, but your ego's been saying, no, you're not allowed. Observe the self. The self is the one who is polarized. It has vibrational quality. It is encouched in emotions, good or bad, is irrelevant. Feel the emotional identities within the structure that you perpetuate. See it, change it with choice, effortless choice. Go through the change, accept the change, allow the transcendence of the beliefs, the fears, the anxieties, the I'm not sure I made the right decision, the uncertainties, and always look to the now to see that everything is always and ever shall be fine. It is freeing. Kim says losing the ego is so freeing. Yes, absolutely. See, here in the United States, we're the land of the free. But see, they make us pay taxes. I'm born here and I have to pay my government. It's not voluntary. See, they will enact violence. My government will enact violence if I don't pay them. My freedom is not free. That's not the freedom we're seeking. That's the illusion of comfort and security under violence, under a blanket of security. And all that's happening in the fucking head. So I decided to free myself from that I saw the world as. The world is being an unconditional created version of reality, birthed from me, my truths as I interpret. As I change, the world changes. My relationship with the world changes. The freedom I'm looking for is in my mind. And that will destroy the violence. I guarantee it. Listen, I love you all. It is Sunday evening, so Eric says, hang on. Sorry, ego. The age of the superhero is over, like Roxy says. Be in the moment. Offer some help without being overbearing. Yes. Be a superhero by not imposing and not making it all about your helping. Perfect. The identity of it. Be the slipstream masters. All right. I love you all. You have a great week. To all the members that are watching for my classes, we'll see you either on Tuesday or Wednesday. And until then, if you need me, check me out at odysseyofascension.com, right down there. Thank you both for the super chat, Nay and Gabriel. And if any of you care to do a super chat, you can do that still on while you're watching it later, or you can go to my website down there and feel free to donate through the donation link. And Debbie hits me with 25. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Let me give a thumbs up. What an exceptional night. I got to work through this. I got to be okay deserving this, allowing this to come. Because I'm telling you, man, I was one that had to do everything. And whenever I got something, I was always embarrassed about it because I never deserved. It was all about exchange for me. But now I'm understanding it. So thank you, Debbie. I love you. Thank you again, Gabriel. And of course, Nene, thank you so much. Give me a text, Nene. We'll talk now that you're back in town. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Great chat. I love you all. Till then, be the God you are. I love you all. Bye.